Hello YouTube world, my name is Nicholas Montez and you're watching my YouTube channel, The Teenage Movie Critic, and welcome back to another YouTube channel everybody. I'm so excited to have you all back together again, and in today's video, we're going to be doing a celebration of cinema review for one of my favorite horror films, Halloween 2018, which turns 5 years old today. So, about 2 years ago, that was really the year where I started to get into the Halloween franchise. I didn't really know much about what going into it. I remember I watched the first Halloween in summer of 2021, and I thought it was good, but it was definitely not what I expected. Kind of like Back to the Future, where everybody praises it as this great, fantastic film, but it's good, but it's overrated. Same thing with Jurassic Park, Terminator 2, and all these iconic movies. Now, obviously, I'm not saying I don't like classic movies. I like Lion King, Forrest Gump, which happens to be one of my favorite of the classic films. Dumbo, lots of classic films I love, but most of them are kind of overrated, especially the ones that are considered the best. With that said, let's go ahead and start talking about Halloween 2018, and this is by far my favorite Halloween movie of the franchise, because it just created a lot of great stuff, combined the Halloween stuff, but it created a story that was really good. So, let's go ahead and start talking about it. And easily one of the best things about this movie is the way the story is developed. It's really a sequel to 1978's Halloween, and I think it does it the best way possible, where they create this story over 40 years. 40 years have passed, and Laurie Strode is haunted by what Michael Myers has done to her that night. And having all these theories about, and kind of creating this world where Laurie Strode had a daughter, and that daughter was raised to fight, to use a gun when she was 6, to do all this stuff, to be trained to fight Michael Myers when he comes back and escapes, so he can kill her. But she doesn't want that, and so when she got her own family, she tried to keep her mom away from her mom away from her family because she thought she was crazy. And it sort of relates to this thing where everybody is like kind of like Beauty and the Beast. It kind of like goes back to Beauty and the Beast, where everybody in Gaston's tavern were like, crazy old Maurice, Belle was locked in a dungeon by a beast, by a monstrous beast. It's kind of like the same thing like this, where she was attacked. I don't really understand why people don't believe her. Like, everybody knows about the story of Michael Myers. Everybody knows that he killed 3 babysitters on Halloween in 1978. And how are you not gonna, raise her to be like this? It's kind of an interesting story, but it's almost like, why are you shutting your mom out? Like, you're shutting your mom out because of this cause, of this belief she has, because of things she's just trying to protect her. But it seems a lot more than that, as Laurie thinks that Michael's obsessed with her, but really, when you watch Halloween Kills, it's not. He's just out to kill. And I think that's what kind of creates the story. Along the way, you just get this great performance from Jamie Lee Curtis, who is great in this movie, as you get her in this house, and she has all these cameras, all these weapons and stuff, and it's really cool stuff. So I think the story in this movie is really great. Another great part about this movie are, of course, the characters that they established for this film. Now, they kind of had a bunch of characters in the film, but the main family with Laurie Strode's daughter and her other family, I thought were nice characters that led into this next trilogy of films. Laurie Strode obviously is the best character of this film, as she has gone through such a deep past, and she's been waiting for Michael to come back so he can just kill him. And even with the daughter, as she kind of becomes another screamer, and then you even bring in Judy Greer, which I thought was a nice addition to this movie. So it has a lot of nice additions to this film. Plus, I'm actually rewatching the film right now, and I hear it playing outside, so it's kind of a big night for most Halloween movies, but yeah, the characters in this movie are pretty great. You also get a reference to Tommy Doyle, which was a character that we see again in Halloween Kills, as well as we saw in the first film. So, kind of a nice detail there if none of you didn't even notice. Another great part about this movie is, of course, the score. This score probably has one of the best Halloween movie scores of all time. Now, I love the Halloween Kills score more, but with this score, it has something so unique to it. Like, how do you do the Halloween scores in present day? And they did it in such a creepy way that paid homage to the original film, but at the same time, it's like it was thrilling when you have like all like when you do the like it's thrilling. I'm not gonna say it's exciting because it's not exciting, but it's a great way to do this score. And even in like certain images, when you get the kid who's trying to get with Judy Greer's daughter, and then you just have that image of that guy, like that the fence through his neck, and then you just see Michael Myers. The score from that scene is probably one of the best scenes from that movie. And I even saw online that people love that scene too, so I'm not alone on that. That scene is great, as it just portrays the threat of Michael Myers, and also just a great in what the threat of Michael Myers presents. And the final thing, as a Halloween film, we have to talk about the kills. And some of the kills in this movie are pretty brutal. I mean, the first kill in the movie with Michael is when he escapes from the prison, from the bus, and then he goes to the gas station where the researchers on Michael are, and he rips out all of his teeth and drops it. He tries to kill a woman in the girl's bathroom by trying to get in, kills one of the guys, and then the new Loomis, he smashes his head like a watermelon. I'm like, God damn, this guy is not human. And even more importantly, this movie, even when it comes to kills, the movie also kind of feels like, in the way that they portray the story of it also being in present day, newer horror films kind of tend to feel like action. Of course, you're gonna, when you have guns and stuff, and you have a killer that's trying to get you, you're of course gonna need to, and if you have fighting experience, you're of course gonna need to use your fighting skills to fight the guy off. And with this movie, they actually did some pretty cool action sequence, some pretty cool fights, where you have Judy Greer, the daughter, and Laurie Strode working together to stop Michael Myers and get him in the trap so he can set him on fire. And the teamwork in that is great. Or even Michael trying to slam Laurie in the door and then exploding like 2 of his fingers off. Like, stuff like that is great. Like the kills, you have the kills that are great. And the gunfire. But you also have some really good choreography and action that I'm like, sometimes horror movies can sometimes be action movies. And that's kind of cool. But yeah, even though they're not, it's not like John Wick where you have special skills. No, it's certain ways to fight off the guy so you can get off. But it's very trained backing off. Anyway, that is my review, for Celebration review for Halloween 2018. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you like this movie, or if you want to check it out, please do. It is a great film, and it's definitely one of the best films in the franchise. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All my social media stuff is in the about section over there, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.